Excuse me, sir. You can't park there, bud. You can't park there. Well, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. Today, it's the second to last day of March, third to last day, something like that. It's March 28th. I'm just getting up to the farm, kinda. Gotta go get some paperwork and stuff done. Ooh, there's my uncle's old Duster. 1960s Plymouth Duster, I think. I am not 100% sure. I just know that's an awesome car and I haven't seen it in years. Anyway, I got some paperwork to take care of uptown, you know, do farm stuff. Got to get that taken care of. Then I'm going to go back to the farm and more than likely hop in that semi Nathan's got right there. I think he said he's loading up with a load of beans somewhere. Not sure where or how, but yeah, so I think I'm going to be selling our first load of beans for the year. That'll be kind of neat. And then hopefully I'm going to get the side-by-side going and start on the 2023 field season. It's getting close. And literally as I posted this video right here, card right here, which have been 5 days ago, I said we were getting real close to field season. Well, that literally happened and we got a foot of snow, like 11.5 inches of snow that next day, or a couple days later. So that was cool, but I actually was in Boston, so I missed that. Wife and I went on vacation. So anyway, enough of me yapping. I'll see you guys after the meetings I got. Won't be long and this place will be busier than the local bar downtown on a Saturday night. Just getting up to the farm, got my paperwork signed, all that fun stuff. So now I hear the semi running. It actually isn't the Deere truck, it's the 99. Hopefully the beeper's working again. Also have some bad news. Hood's off 93, that's not good. Let's go take a look at the carnage. I don't know what that is. Scrap, obviously. Well, started the disassembly process. Looks like we're gonna, we got, yeah. Gonna take off the heads and basically just kind of see what we got. We know we have an issue, a pretty major issue, but we will find out. Either way, this truck is in the shop for a while. I'll talk to the boys and kind of see how far they've gotten and give you guys an update on this later in the video. But I can already tell they've removed quite a bit so far. Well, let's take this truck down. Apparently they did quite a bit of work. New brakes in the front, a couple tires, changed some things on the engine, new seat apparently. Ooh, big upgrades. Let's go ahead and take this thing down. Ooh, I wonder if the heat works too. Wow, this seat is awesome. And there's no beeping. What is going on? Oh yeah, I'm pretty pumped. This 99, they put a lot of work into it over the last couple weeks, along with new tires I saw, so let's go take it on its maiden voyage, see how he's running. Second load of beads going for the year. This one, the first one's out of the bin, but Nathan's already down there in line. There's our wheat. Not looking the greatest, but I mean, it looks better than what I thought it looked like before. Just wish it looked better. She is rather moist. There's my ground. Woohoo! Nothing's been done to it yet. Need to get fall fertilizer on in the spring, which is my potassium and my phosphorus. Need to get my nitrogen on, which is my anhydrous. And then gotta do some chiseling in the corn stalks in the back. And then we'll be ready to plant. Chiseling and soil finishing at some point. So I want to take this time to thank this video sponsor, Sunday. Sunday makes it very easy to turn your lawn from this into pristine. So you start first by the easy online ordering process. And then when you get the box, here's what it looks like. Start here, let's open her up. So after opening the box, it is really easy how to get going. They give you this, My Plan, which you can go online and see your customized plan. Do instructions on how to use all of these, which is really handy. Got a lawn sampling kit, which they can determine exactly how my lawn is doing. I got some seed. That was pet friendly from my Daisy. I got my pet patch that'll help repair damage from where Daisy goes to the restroom. And then I got my 3 fertilizers, because all I gotta do is a hose, hooked up the attachment that they tell me to, and I just spray my lawn. It's that easy. And then my personal favorite, dandelion killer. So based on the easy instructions from Sunday, I'm gonna do 3 things today. I'm going to test my soil and send it in to Sunday. I'm going to look for any weed patches, which I don't believe I have any currently, and I'm gonna overseed my lawn. Let's get to it. Let's go soil sample. Take the soil sample, slap it in the box, and we'll ship it back to get my lawn analyzed. So I've done a walk around my lawn. I don't see any weeds, so I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get seeding. Sunday is very easy to get a customized plan on how to repair and make your lawn even better. So I highly encourage to have you guys try it out. And the fine folks at Sunday have given my followers a discount code. Be sure to hit this right here. Get a discount off your first Sunday order. I highly recommend it. It makes it really easy to get a customized plan. So I want to thank Sunday again for sponsoring this video. I really encourage you guys to go try it out for yourselves. Simple and tailored straight to my lawn. Someone's doing a planer rebuild. Ah, lovely Clinton. Gotta love going from 45 to 0 at the bottom of a hill. So normally I'd be going to Clinton here, but they don't accept soybeans there. And the corn line is actually closed for today. I don't know why, but you can't dump corn today. So we, along with a lot of other people, are hauling beans. Well, here we go. The line's not so bad. I've been here before with the lines all the way back here, and yeah, when it's there, it's pretty miserable. Well, here we go. The line's not so bad. I've been here before with the lines all the way back here, and yeah, when it's there, it's pretty miserable. So, now we are gonna sit and wait for probably an hour and a half, I'd guess. So this is a rail terminal, or sorry, a river terminal. I'm gonna say it's just got a couple bins and some storage and whatnot. And all it does is just a temporary storage facility to load onto grain barges. And then once the grain is loaded onto barges, it gets shipped down south along the Mississippi River, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, U.S. shipping corridor. Gets shipped down to the port of Louisiana, loaded on a container ship, and shipped overseas, because this grain will be exported, more than likely. Be doing a lot of this, sitting and pointing. So I'm just sitting, gonna be working on some videos here shortly. But the fun thing about this area is there are trains quite often moving through here. They're basically just shuffling grain cars around and stuff like that. I believe these are fertilizer cars actually, but it's we actually have to cross these train tracks to get to the terminal. So sometimes that can be a bottleneck, mainly getting out, because there's room for 5 or 6 trucks getting in past the train tracks, but to get out there's only room for 2 trucks. We can be bottlenecked there on occasion. And it compounds the issue when the corn line is not open. That means if guys are gonna haul anything, they're gonna haul beans. So that basically just puts a lot more pressure on this terminal. So I guess it is what it is. It could be worse, but hell, it could be better. There's something neat about trains though. Gotta love them. Look at this guy chugging. Who doesn't love trains? So a train is a really neat system. I don't know a whole lot about them, but I do know they're a diesel electric generator essentially. So they got big diesel engines. That's what you can hear. See smoking. And they basically go power big old generators that run all their air systems, run all their propulsion, all their braking, everything. So it's really a neat system. I'd love to take a tour of a train yard or something like that, just because trains have always been fascinated. I honestly almost got a job at Union Pacific before joining Deere, so I've always been interested in trains. But the one time I do hate trains is when they're blocking progress and delaying me. What do you do? Yay, that train is finally leaving. Just had 4 trucks drive by in quick succession as they were dumped and waiting on the train, and now here comes Nathan. Hopefully I'm not too far behind him. I got in here about 45 minutes, an hour behind him. So, yeah, maybe probably 45 minutes behind him. So hopefully I'm about 45 minutes behind him going home. Oh, yeah, the guy in front of me was waiting for a while. Didn't realize no parking past this point. What? That's new. Gonna try and get across these tracks before a train comes back. Millennial mold activated. I love automatic tarps. So this one's a little different than the corn line, and guys don't know how to drive in here, so that's kind of cool. Well, you're supposed to basically be able to pull up to the probe shack, or the probe right here, and then the scale's actually on the dumps over there. But basically the guy in front of me is supposed to swing wide and get around to this trailer, so that way I can pull up to the shack, but I guess he doesn't want to because I don't know why. Some people's kids, I swear. Well, here comes the train again. Making some liquid cars around. Blowing his horn. So now I wait for the probe to basically tell me he's ready for my information. I'll tell him who we are, Hartung Farms. Tell him who's the actual grower. This is actually Nathan's soybeans that I have in the back here. And then basically tell them who it's sold through. So we actually sold this through ADM. And then we tell them who it's sold through. And then they'll mark that down. They'll collect the sample in the truck via the probe. And then they'll grade it, and that way they can assign the grade to the grain, so that way they can pay us. Now he's taking the probe of me, or taking the sample I should say. Once that's done, I'll pull ahead. I'll be a nice courteous guy and I'll pull wide so that way the next guy can get under the probe. You know, it probably really doesn't matter because we're gonna be stacked up here anyway. This is how you're supposed to do it, so that way you can sit behind this next trailer you're nested in, so the next guy's under the probe right now. The biggest reason for that is you can get one more truck on this side of the tracks. So if the train has to move cars or whatnot and block the road for a half hour, you have as many trucks in here as possible. So like I said, this elevator is kind of neat where they have quite a bit of storage, probably over 1 million in storage here, but they also load on barges, and here's how they do it. They got just this big conveyor that goes out to right here, and it's just got a little an arc distribution chute that it can kind of shoot there to fill up the barges. Beans look good. See how moist they are. It's kind of hard for me to guess what they are for moisture, but I'm guessing they're around that 11. That's what the barge looks like. Those ones right there are empty because they're sitting like 5-6 feet above the water. When they get filled up, they'll sink down. Brakes off, clutch in, and slowly get her forward. So how this place works is it has a scale past the dump pit. So you drive past it, you weigh your gross, you back up, dump one hopper, back up again, dump another hopper, and pull forward, and you weigh out, get your tare weight. Now they'll weigh him out, he'll get weighed and move forward, hopefully. And then I can drive on the scale. Let's go. So they just beeped at me, so now I'll back up. I think that's good. See how many times I have to adjust. Let's go dump. And of course, GoPros are giant pieces of junk right when the cool things are happening, but just got dumped, weighed out, got my ticket, good to go. So I dumped off roughly 56,000 bushel, right around 11.6 moisture, which I was pretty dang close. I guessed 11, and FM was like 0.7, so we're looking good. Let's head home. All right, listen to this, you're gonna like this. Tee-hee. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Ooh, that was a Fed car. That was an out-of-state plate. Either that or undercover somewhere. Well, not an out-of-state plate, but it was a Central Iowa plate. Guess what I'm doing, guys? Besides being a dummy and left my blinker on. Fueling. But listen to the sound of this truck idling. Oh, that thing just sounds awesome. These new tires, nice, good grip. Oh, this new seat is sweet. So much better than the old one we got, the old one we had. This truck's 23 years old, 24 years old. Nice. So here we are, we're loading up at Butch's out of the soybean bin right there that we actually filled in this video. I was actually the one that filled a lot of this bin. So we're actually unloading into the grain cart, into the truck. It's kind of interesting, but it works. Just the best way we can figure out how to do it when it's this sloppy out. So we're unloading into the grain cart because it's a little slimy in the field yet. We didn't want to tear up the field and tear up the grass, so it works. It's just we're lucky we have the grain cart hooked up because we're loading into the auger, into the grain cart, into the truck. So it works. I don't know how many, I forgot to ask Nathan how many loads he wants to sell or he has to deliver this month. So, but we're for sure doing 4. We did 2 today, and we'll have 2 more ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna take the other truck down, it's full. Take that down to the shop. It's running pretty slow out of that big 12-inch auger because we only have an 8-inch unload auger, so it's not that much grain coming out of the bin. Oh, they ripped off the one light, the chicken light on that side. What the heck? Rookies. That's why we can't have nice things. Nathan sits so low. I'm gonna raise myself up. So I'll make this nice tight corner and head back to the shop. See if we can get the side-by-side going. I hope nobody comes flying down the hill. Oh yeah. Dust is flying, so stuff's starting to dry. It's sunny, 40 degrees today, so it's still a sloppy mess. We need 3-4 more days plus of dry weather like this, maybe even a little bit more heat to really dry things up, but it's starting to. Good enough. So Curtis and I were just tinkering with the side-by-side for a little bit. We cannot get this thing started. We think the starter's bad because just clicks, doesn't go. Battery's got plenty of juice. No good. Puts a halt to my plans for mapping boundaries tomorrow. Oh well, it is what it is. So I'm gonna try and get this side-by-side at least set up for that way when we're ready to go with it, it's good to go. You know what really sucks in the bright sun? Pro 700s. I'm trying to enter in its activation code that we purchased for the year. It's a big long text of like so many numbers and letters. Got to work, unlock successful for this year. Cool. So now I got my RTX, which is sub-inch accuracy. I just got that unlocked for the year that we paid for. So now I'm gonna try and go ahead and get this thing to call in and get basically this set up for the side-by-side. I'm trying something different this year. Normally I take the Pro 700 out of the, Pro 700, it's this guy, out of the sprayer, and the receiver, sorry, the receiver out of the sprayer, the Pro 700 out of the combine, but I'm gonna try and do everything out of the sprayer this year to make it easier on me. So because I changed it from the sprayer to the side-by-side, the globe needs to know exactly how far from the ground the globe is actually sitting, and then how far forward you want it from your mapping point is how far right. I don't need to worry about that. I mainly just need height. So that's what I'm gonna measure right now. And it is 6 feet, 9 inches. One of you guys do the math for me on that. What is that, 81 inches? I type that into display. So now I'm setting up my run screens. So I took a picture of everything I did last year, which is extremely smart to do. Thank you, cell phones. So I'm just going through and putting exactly what I had last year for this year. And I also forgot I gotta measure how wide I am as well, because ideally I'm not gonna map right in the dead center where the GPS is. I'm gonna map on the left side of my side-by-side, actually probably a foot away from the side from there. That way I can drive right along the edge of the field and still be able to get a good map. My side-by-side is 5 feet long, so I'll go 7 feet wide. Neighbor brought over his brand new Polaris 570 Sportsman. Whew, this thing is nice. Got 24 miles on it. Power steering, which I've never seen before, on a four-wheeler at least. Granted, we don't have, our newest four-wheeler is 10 years old. But look at this thing. Oh man, sharp. He was like, "Go take it for a spin." I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. This thing is slick. This puts a smile on your face. So I'm working on pulling this off because I think the starter's underneath here. See if we can get this thing fixed. So we're working on the side-by-side right now. Got that tore apart. I'll show you guys here in a second, but I'm just on a scavenger hunt for a pickup. See if I can find a light. There it is.
Way back, I need good road. Yeah. Look at the hall.
So one thing I am really excited about, as you guys know, last year in this video right here, we actually got our grain cart stuck and we had to pull it up with a chain, and it was not safe whatsoever. We ended up snapping the chain. So the fine folks at Vetter decided to, saw that and decided to send us a recovery rope. I am really, really, really excited. It's 1.5 inch diameter. I believe they have 3/4, 1 inch, 1.5 inch. They have quite a bit of different ropes they got, but I'm really pumped to see this thing in action. I'm sure we'll have some unfortunate mishaps at some point, but yeah, there it is. 1.5 inch recovery rope. I think it's rated up to 40,000 or something like that. It's quite a bit. I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys are interested, but it's a much more cost-effective recovery rope. I haven't tried it out yet. As you can see, it's still in the bag. It's much, much cheaper than any of the name brands you've heard out there before, so feel free to check them out. It's much safer to use a recovery rope than a chain. Got our first delivery of seed in for the year. Got some alfalfa. alfalfa, and then not sure what that is, oats. 12 volt. I like your Sharpie.
I don't think it's.
No pop.
Yeah.
She runs. Got the exhaust tubing kind of all taken apart. Turbos right here. Got a bunch of the kind of upper part of the engine and compartment taken off. In the process of stripping stuff down right now. But we did get the starter in, and it still sounds like crap. Oh, shoot. Don't know what's going on there. The starter's starting hard, but at least it's starting now. But or turning, I should say. But it's still not good. No bueno. No bueno. Just a beautiful sunset. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. It's about 40-ish degrees out, and it feels a lot nicer than that though. But so for tomorrow, we got both trucks loaded up for soybeans. This one and the other one. Hopefully I can get the side-by-side going, and we'll be able to start mapping some fields tomorrow and get all of our field mapping done, is what I'm hoping. And we'll keep going with the cattle. But I am pretty happy about the truck that we upgraded. I mean, there's quite a bit of work put in that 99, and she runs like a top now. New life on the farm. Hi, Kibbies. Hi, Grandma.